Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today is a flip through of my second doily junk journal that I've made. This one is already sold. Thanking the lady that has put her order in for this one. It's a chunky boy. Look at it. Oh, it's big and chunky. Now, the closure on it, I've had this as the closure, you might have seen in previous video, and I'm going to keep that as the closure, but I've also put a ribbon on it. I just felt like it needed something a little bit more, and I've also made this little cluster. So what I was thinking was putting this on the little front bit and still having this as a closure if you choose to use that, and it just sits nicely over that and doesn't look much different. I'll just show you, and it does close the journal, keep the journal just softly closed, you know. But then I thought it did need something else, so I got some of this beautiful like wedding ribbon out that I got in a previous thrift haul, and I thought, well, I might as well put a bow on with that, because that will, where am I going, that will close it up too, and it can all just sit on there together. So when that's all on there, you know, it can sit like that, and I think it looks nice. I like it. And then when you take it off, you've got this little soft closure, and then when you take the soft closure off, there's still something pretty there on the cover. So that were my thoughts with that, and I think I will go with those thoughts. So I think I'll attach that on. I'm just going to glue it on with some fabric glue, and then we'll get into a flip through. I'll do another video and show you how I made this little flower. So I'll just put that there in the middle of that, and I think that looks nice. I think you know, you've got something on there. When you haven't got the closure on, you've got a pretty little closure flower, which you can use as a bookmark too, by the way. You can just put it, if you're up to a couple of pages in your writing, you can put that, because it's nice and soft and it sits up like this. You can use it as a bookmark. I think it looks pretty like that, and then you know where you're up to. You can go, oh yeah, I'm up to there in my writing. So you can use that as a bookmark or a closure or whatever. So I like that idea. And I've made it all in the purple tones. I've just coloured a little bit of this in purple with my oh gosh, my oxides. Alright, so that's the closure, and you've seen how I did build the cover and did the spine. I'm pretty sure I can link that video up here in the corner. It is, oh, it is huge. It is, I think it's a 3-inch spine. Yeah, I think it's a 3-inch spine, and it's 6 inches by, oh, this way, 6 inches by 9. It's got 4 signatures and very, very healthy. Okay, and it's all edged with doily trims, so we'll get into it. Now I need something to put on the underneath of here, just to give it a good balance while I go along. Alright, we'll get it in frame. Alright, in the first, in the cover, remember I put a pocket that went all the way along in the cover. So in the cover I've just got some little bits of coffee dyed things, some little tags, little what do you call them? Yeah, just little, what do you call them? Little tags and things you can stick on your pages. I've made tags too out of some of the printables, my Doily printables, and that sits in the front cover. Labels. They're labels. Then you put labels in. Right. There's a little label up here so you can, the lady can name her junk journal. Right, and we'll start flipping through. We'll try and get through this with not too much fuss or time. All the way through here are Doily printables that I've got in my Etsy store. I'll leave links down below for them. These smaller ones, I'll try and leave a link for the Etsy seller for that as well. But anything that's this size and smaller is that. Anything that's bigger are my doilies. So yeah, we'll just get flipping through. So we've got doilies, and all on the backs, not on the backs of all of them, but some of them I've got writing lines. Okay, so this journal has heaps of writing space in it, heaps and heaps. There's not as many flips and all the fancy, you know, little tucks and all that sort of stuff. There is mainly, the bulk of this is writing space, so you've got a lot of it in here. So we've got some of that Edith Holden craft book here, and then I've got little pretty little edgings, and I've sewn on nearly all the pages. All the doilies have sewing all around them. Some stamps, music paper. There's that's a pocket. I haven't got anything in that pocket. That's just a little stencil that I did and tied it on with a safety pin. I've got a pocket here, and it's just got a doily and a doily tag that I made in there. Now I've got lots of flips this way for the doilies to flip out, and you can write on them. Okay, and that, some have lines, others don't have lines. There's doily paper, some really old Australian book there. Right, more doilies on doilies. And as you can see, you can write on either side. You can write all down that doily if you want. Right on all the backs of the doilies. And I've got writing space on the big paged doilies. And some more old book page there. Now everything in here has come from the op shop, or repurposed in some way. So everything, absolutely everything, even these lined papers, I don't buy any of them new. They all come from the op shop. So, and there's got beautiful little edgings on there. That's one of my little window journal cards that I made in a previous video. I can link it up here and see how I made them, so you can journal all on the back of that. And then it just slips into another little miniature doily, and then there's a tag, a doily tag. So I just used my little doily, I've got a tag template. You would have seen me use it in another video as well, and I just use that template, print some doilies out, go around it, easy as, takes no time at all. So there's other book pages in here too, one about a rabbit I think, but then there's doily, all sorts of doilies just laid up on top of each other. It's just chock-a-block full. No joke, it's chock-a-block full. I'm going to have to move on with this. So I've got writing paper in here. I've got lots of little mini doilies that the recipient can stick somewhere else. Little pocket there of some real doily that's been pulled apart. And a lot of the edgings you'll see like little lilac touches. I just wanted to bring that lilac of the flower in through this whole journal. All my stitching is a lilac colour as well. So there's children's book page. That's beautiful, that one, the seagull. You can flip that out. So I've got flips that come out, but not lots of bells and whistles. It's just more about the writing space in here, I think. Just little things I found at the op shop. That's coming up in a Thrifty Thursday. And just, you know, just all sorts of little doilies that I've made. There's a little fabric pocket that all that's sitting in. An old-fashioned book of Australia's Yesterdays. I think that's what it's called. It's around here somewhere. Doilies, doilies. Music paper. Cat doily. Beautiful doilies, and I've just sewn on all around them to give them texture. Old book page. Doily, so you can write on all of these backs. You can write on all of that. Doily tag in this little pocket which wraps around the page and goes to this side just with a little some paper inside. More doily paper, excuse me. And that's the middle of the first signature. I haven't put anything on the strings, I've just left them. I'm not sure whether I'll put anything on those strings yet. So we've got more doily back the other way. Here's a little tuck, just a little side tuck that I made with a doily and little I made these in another video, I think. Maybe that might have been on Instagram, I can't remember. But it's just got some paper in it, writing paper. And we just go through. This is just beautiful. It's just full of all my doily printouts. Mexican guy music paper. Doily paper. These beautiful lamps. Here's a pocket that I made. I made them in a previous video as well. I'll try and link it up here where with the sheer fabric in it. And that's just got some paper and a doily tag inside of there. And all my tags have got some raffia on it that I found at the op shop. This is paper thread. Here's an envelope with just some paper, and it's in a little tuck, little miniature doily tuck. In this book there's two bookmarks like this that are lace that I've put through my laminator. Now you can use these as journal cards. Just get your Sharpie pen and write all over it, and if you want to clean it off, get your spray on deodorant and a tissue and you can clean it all off, or you could use a wipe off marker on these and write things on it. So there's more children's book page. Writing paper. There's another little mini doily little pocket. Beautiful trims on the edges. Beautiful trims. There are a lot of those trims came from Tanya in Tasmania. Writing paper. Doilies. That one's a little vertical belly band, horizontal, sorry, belly band. There's a little flip up of just some fabric that came off a doily. Beautiful stitched fabric. Doilies, old paper doilies. Some of my tea dyed paper. Just sewing doily edges on it. There's another little pocket in there. There's some little rose trim on that. Doilies. And then you've got the end of the first signature. And that ends with some beautiful doilies. So that's the first signature done. Second signature starts with more beautiful doilies. And this is the spring page. Love the edging on that. Came off a doily. That came out of a book. Got the letter A there. Matte page. Love this old airmail paper. That is a pocket, and on the other side of that, that flips open. Alright, and here is a flip up like that. You can write underneath it, and that was just made. I've got a few different stamps that are just like ladies' bodice. I got into my storage bay and I've been looking through some of my old stamps, and they were just ladies' bodice dresses. So I might make a few more of those sort of things. Might make a tutorial on that. So they come up quite pretty. And then we've got labels with little miniature doilies, more doilies. There's so much writing space in here. Here's a pocket. This has got a paper doily with a lady on it and a doily tag. That is a real off a real doily. That side pocket. Got some more beautiful doilies. Alright, I'll move this out of the way now. Might be able to sit a bit flatter. Writing paper. All this writing paper in here is vintage as well. You can see all the aged colour on it. So it was all second hand. Beautiful bits of trim that have come off old doilies. Here's another pocket with a sheer pocket that I made. Beautiful. I love how they turned out. It's with a little velvet little ribbon. And that's got I used the natural edge of the doily here just to give me a different type of tag edge. More doily printouts. One of my labels, that's my handmade stamp. I like using that. And I just put some little trim on top of some of these ladies' hats. Some beautiful trim there. This little flip up. And does that flip up? No. What does that do? Nothing. I must have glued it down. Some more doilies here. I love this doily. This is probably my favourite doily I've got for tea dyeing. What's that? Oh, it's a pocket. And there's just some writing paper in that pocket. And it folds over the page and turns into a flip on this side. I'll put you over this way. So some of that old book page. This one's featuring doilies that were advertised back in the day. Doilies. They're just so pretty. So pretty. And no one please ask me for another doily channel. The next one I'll be keeping for a while. But as I've got a few more sets to put up on Etsy, and as I print them out, I like to print them out and actually show you what they look like printed out on the advertising, sorry. And so I get a build up of that, and that's what inspired me to do these doily journals. So it's very depleted at the moment because I put so many in here. There's a journal card that I made with the sheer fabric window in it. So pretty. I love how that come up with some of my vintage photographs. And you can write on the back, and that's just in a little doily tuck. That was a doily I cut in half and just made it into a little tuck. So we'll keep going. Love this. This is one of my favourite doilies that I've found. Absolutely stunning. More doilies. And this is the middle. This one's got like a pocket here and a pocket there if you want to put something, if she wants to put something in it. We'll keep going. This one's got a fabric flip up, so you can write all down here and cover it with some beautiful sheer fabric. I love that fabric that I found. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll keep going. That was the middle of the second signature. And we'll keep going. We've got Dave here. He's up the back snoring. He's having a sleep. He starts back at work tomorrow, so he's like, I'm gonna have a snooze this half. We went to church with Asher and Judah and Mummy and Daddy this morning, so yeah, it was nice. So yeah, some more of this old book page, doilies, children's book page, some of my labeling on other doilies. This one's a flip out with old vintage advertising for doilies. That one's a pocket on that side, so you can write all on that. There's so much writing space in here. I love how much writing space I've put in here, even though it's so full. It's just, you know, you can push it down and get in there and write your heart out in this thing. I love this page. You know how some pages just come up really pretty, and it's just the other side of that pink doily, but it's got a little belly band with a little mini doily and a little velvet bow there. We got another doily. This is some of the beautiful ribbon that Tanya gave me, and that's on the other side of the hats, on the ladies' hats. More doily pages, little mini doilies. That's the other side of that was the Country Diary, yeah, the craft book. Some writing paper. I had to think then. See the writing paper, see the aged line on it? You can tell that's not a new writing piece of paper. So it's yeah, when I take them out of the shop, people look at me like, oh, what do they want to do? What do they want to use that for? And we just think, the junk journalists just go, oh, I just found some more gold. So we got some more doilies there. This one's another one of those side tucks. A little mini doily and just a little cluster up there. This one just opens up and you can write in that. And just take note of all the little doily edgings on things. They're just everywhere. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this. I love this album, or this junk journal. So I've sewed on there to give it texture. When you touch it, it feels like a real doily. I wonder why I didn't sew that one. I must have missed that one. Old book pages, absolutely stunning. A little doily pocket, some little edging on the bottom, some music paper. The doily here, that's got sewing on it. It's got sewing on it. When you touch it, it feels like you're touching a doily. Some writing paper, and that beautiful old map page. I think this book page was back in the 30s. I think this book, it was a very, very old book. Beautiful little, just a little swatch off a doily up there. So yeah, everything in here besides the tea dyed paper is all secondhand or repurposed. Another little just belly band with a little doily in it. I thought they are cute. More doilies, more doilies. There's a little flap there with some little paper flowers. Some of my tea-dyed papers. More doilies. And that is the end of the second signature. Alright, each signature is separated with not the months, the seasons. The seasons in this this book. So we'll see what season we're up to now. More doilies, and we're up to winter. And see how I've used just the square of the doily to put on here. Looks so pretty. Right, we've got more doily, and we've got the letter T on that one. Just random thing. And we go flip that open, and we flip that one up. There's a little doily stuck on there so you can write. It just covers up some of that writing. And then we go that way. Some advertising of flowers from an old book. We've got doily pages, writing paper, doily, doilies. I've sewn on all that one. Old book page with some advertising on it. Doilies, music paper, writing paper. Here's a little pocket that's just out of stretchy fabric, and it's just got a doily tag and a card. And then we've got some other old book page. This is a random book page, and this flips up. That doily. These flip out. Doily flips out. Love that doily. Found some beautiful ones. So lots of writing space. More old book page on here. Doilies. Another side tuck here with just a piece of vintage writing paper in it. All found at the op shop. It's a little flap. And we've got another flap with some music paper under there. You know, you can gesso that. You can stick another piece of paper over it. Whatever you want to do to write on them. We've got some more children's book page. We've got another little tuck there with a mini doily and a bit of paper in it. Some more vintage book page. And another, this one's got, excuse all the yelling outside. I've got some, sometimes we get some strange things go on here. Envelope and a book tag here that I've made out of doily printables, and they go in there. That's one of the pockets that I made with the sheer fabric on it. I might need to put this on this side. Making a nice racket out there. More doilies. This one flips up. And these ones. There's matte paper, writing paper. Got your doilies. This one is just a doily that can be taken off, but it just sits over the page like that. And we've got more pages. What's that little rabbit book? There's some pocket some little doilies in that pocket. And that's the middle of the third signature. Excuse me. And then, I mean, these sorts of things can be covered up to create space to write as well. But look how much space there is to write. I mean, you can write all over the doilies. You can write over any of it. There's a fabric pocket there, part of a doily. And then we've got a printable doily that's been made into a tag. More doilies, more doilies. Writing paper. Old map page. Doilies. Another little pocket. This pocket here I printed out. It was off a doily and turned it into a printable. And they're little printables as well. And that's a printable little tag. So they just go in there. Like that. There's a little flip up. It's a cute little doily, that one. Another one. Another flip up. Oh, book page. Kids book page. Love this. This is just so delicate, that piece of doily. This was just a plain printout and I just put a doily over the top of it. There's a flip there of the doily and that's just stuck down. Love all these doily edgings, just beautiful. More doilies. This one flips that way and then this one flips that way. So, and then you've got a little flap up here of lace. Got two doilies there. We've got another pocket here, beautiful fabric pocket this one is, come off a piece of linen, a napkin I think. And here's another of the journal cards that I made with the window. Beautiful, beautiful old photo too on there. And keeps going. There's a flap up that just goes over this page. You could take that off if you wanted to. Got some beautiful embroidery on that, on the edge of that. Writing paper, music paper, doily pages, old book page. And we've got more doilies that have been sewn on that just give you that texture. Just makes you want to touch it. Beautiful doilies there. And then we've got oh, what's that? Old book page from advertising feathers and flowers. And some doily edging. That is the other side of the winter page, and that's the third signature. So it's 3 signatures. Now our last signature, it's quite big, so you got to sort of press it down as you go. More little doilies to open that up, and the last one here's autumn. I don't know whether I got them in order, I just put them in. This is beautiful trim on the edge of that. Beautiful. There's another doily that I've sewn on. You can write all down there. You can write all under there. And this one's the letter B. I think I got them from the... Oh, I did buy these new. They were... I got them from the cheap shop. And they're just letters, and you push out the... You push out, you know, the to make the stencil. Yeah, thought they were interesting to have a play with, and I just crumpled them up and aged them. This is something random. I just wanted to put something random in there, you know, that makes you go, oh, what's that? More doilies. There's a little pocket there, a little pocket on that side. I didn't have anything that small to put in there because I'd used all my other little doilies up. So, but anyway, there's more little doilies there. There's a little pocket, and old shoes on that page to trim. And this is I think this is a little placemat, but I liked it, so I put it in there and sewed it in. And it's got some paper and a doily tag in that. Okay, more doily. Here's the other bookmark that I made. That's just a side tuck that I made, and that's the other yeah, laminated lace that you can write on and wipe off. There's a little flip up. This one's a beautiful little doily. Little crinoline lady. Getting a bit oopsie on that side. I'll try and okay, we've got more writing paper. Doily. Doilies. Old fashioned book. Well, it was a really old magazine type thing, yeah, which was pretty cool. Can't think of the name of it now. It was an Australian one. I know, I'm looking up because it's up in on the top shelf. Here's some more advertising for children's frocks that came out of my Australia from yesteryear. More doilies, little doggos on those doilies. Beautiful trims. More doilies. Love that bird picture. Doily trim on here. More doilies. Just some doilies in that tuck and some paper, and a tag that I've made from my printables. So yeah, the newest things in here would be the printables that I've printed out. Some more paper in here. I think that's a envelope. Doilies. Paper doily. Even the paper doilies I found at the op shop. So like these things, I found quite a lot of them at the op shops. More doily. This beautiful purple doily. I think that's a pocket. Yep. Let's say a pocket. And there's a pocket on this side. This is the last of my little sheer pockets that I made. So that's got a doily tag in it. And a little mini doily. And here's another of those. This is the real fabric. Little side tuck. And it's just got little mini doilies and things in there. Little tags. Some more ribbon on the side of that. More doilies. And more old advertising. What's that one advertising? Perfumery. That one's not a pocket. That's a pocket. Like this is the middle of the last signature. These two here are pockets. That's the middle there. And you can write on either side of that. So that's the middle of the last signature. Some more perfume, beautiful perfume bottles. And there. Next door's watering the cabin. There's more doilies. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful doily edgings on there. Absolutely stunning. Another little pocket there with a mini doily. Here's a pocket with a doily fabric corner, and it's just got a doily and a piece of writing paper in it, doily tag. Not sure what that was, maybe it was a little tuck. Oh, doily, beautiful. Paper doilies. Some writing, music paper, doily, tea-dyed papers, doily parts. I like putting all the different doily parts on and doing that as well. Love these doily edgings. And then you've got the similar sort of doily there, printed out as to what that is there. Paper, doilies. Oh gosh, another, oh that's just a flip. This one's another fabric doily with some tags and an old photo in it. Oh, book page, doily bits, papers, writing paper, tea-dyed paper. Last of my journal cards there, and that's in a fabric pocket with some writing paper as well. Shoe advertising. A little doily pocket there, little tuck. There's another pocket there and a pocket there with some writing paper in it. And just more bits of doily. Oh, we're nearing the end. Beautiful doily parts on that. And the back page, or the back pocket, has got a little bit of writing paper. It's got my details there and what the doily, it's a doily junk journal and the date that I finished it. And then in this pocket there's some little tags and things left over from the make in that pocket. Wow, so that's it. That's my doily junk journal, my second one. Isn't it crazy fat? It's beautiful, but I really enjoyed making this. I know I didn't do a lot on camera at all. It's sewed in with 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And I used this beautiful fabric that Tanya gave me and just covered it up with a doily and sewed it all, and on the inside is sewn doily as well. So that's all dry now, which is nice. So that's how I will decorate this. I'll tie it up with that, and I'll put that on it as well. And like I said, you can use it as a bookmark as well. So I hope you enjoyed that flip through of my doily journal. I thank the lady that's already bought this journal. She actually bought my rose journal just before Christmas and asked me if I'll do her doily journal, because she was pretty upset. She missed buying the one that was in Etsy. So I think this one's come out bigger. I think I've made this even bigger than the last one. So yeah, crazy. So it should hopefully it'll go to a loved home, and yeah, may their fingers get lots of cramps for writing in it. Alright, thanks for watching the flip through, and I'll catch you real soon for another video. We might make this cluster here in another video real soon. Alright, so if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Press that bell button to get notifications. Give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that. That helps me so much. And leave a comment below, let me know what you think of the journal. And you can even check out the little heart button, which is just down here. It's a thanks heart, and if you feel inclined, you can donate to my channel. So yeah, I'll leave that all in your hands, and I will catch you again real soon. Bye.